feeling the weight of our ancestors. The healing with ways that don't last for long. Don't have but the time and it obvious. No help for the weak, but the strong. Plenty here for it for all of us. Now bring out the drums and the and my homies got this do it that they said wouldn't work. Bring out the and the hit the load up a the place with them car. I see the bums that be wishing we end in the ditch and the praying to see them ain't hurt. I see the love that we give and the love that we give. Make sure everything come up full circle. We went from nothing to something, got all of us jumping it. Now we made from the air. We went from running and with nothing to stop it.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. New York Giants. On the visiting sideline, there's the Chiefs head coach, Andy Reid. His guys enter play after a truly dominating victory a week ago in all phases of the game. On the other side, it's Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys also 2-0, so this is a good measuring stick matchup early in the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes. The first carry for the Spartans. Kenneth
Walker, the ball carrier.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a
by
pickup.
Deontay Banks.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground.
Brings up
So he can go
at the 40-yard line.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And he finds Tyreek.
Mahomes pass.
That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
48-yard line.
3.
Here's 2nd and 3.
48-yard line.
And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
A
They'll try and play
5-yard
with some
gain on the
pace
play.
early on. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Set to go now on
That's
1st
another
and 10.
Kansas City Chiefs.
On the ground, here's the one-time Seminole. And good blocking
The ball carried by number 2.
Paving the way for a gain.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line.
And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal.
A 5-yard
trying to
gain
finish
on the
off
play.
this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Here's Walker to the 5-yard line.
And Walker, the ball carrier.
And we're going to work
Tackled
quickly
in
here
at the
and put the
5-yard
pressure
line.
on the
A gain
defense.
of 3, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Chiefs. It's
Harrison
his
Butker
4th
on for the point
rushing
after.
touchdown of the year. Butker's
His
extra
kick
point
is
is good. And
Makes
the Chiefs
score.
will take a
Chiefs
7-0 lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick
So
off
now
for
it's
Kansas
Butker
City.
following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. And he is stopped.
The Giants
25.
take over
The
1st
drive
and
will
10
begin there.
at their own 25-yard
The Giants
line.
offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some...
The ball comes out. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown.
Harrison
Butker on for the extra point. He gets it to go.
Is good.
And the Chiefs will extend
Makes
their
the
first
score.
quarter lead.
Chiefs, 14.
It's now 14 to
Giants, nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one
The Giants
crushed.
take
It's
over
the back
first
line
and
of the
10
end zone.
at their
Touchback.
own
And the
35-yard
ball's coming
line.
out to the 35. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. Scalaboo.
Jameis
And he's not going to be able to get away.
His
Good
pass
defense on the perimeter.
complete to
It'll
number
be a loss
44,
of yardage.
Cam Scalaboo.
Last play went
It's a
the
loss
wrong
of
way.
2.
It sets up
Brings
second
up
and long.
second
It's second
and
down
12.
and 12.
At the 33-yard
Out of the
line.
gun, it's Winston. That one pinballs around, but it
Winston's
is
pass
incomplete.
intended for Odell Beckham.
He was trying to get it to Odell Beckham Jr.
Makes it
there.
third down and 12
And it's going to bring up
yards
a third
to go.
down. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. In trouble, and he's going to be
The
taken down.
quarterback sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is
A
keep their
6-yard
rush lane
loss.
integrity. What that
It's
means
fourth
is
down.
you have to rush the quarterback
Jamie
as a
Gillen
unit.
in punt
Keep him
formation
in the
for the
pocket.
Giants.
Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On the return, it takes it up close
The
to
Chiefs
midfield.
take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And they'll take this down
And it's
inside the
Walker.
35.
A gain of 19 yards.
Right away to
That's
kick
good
off this
for the
drive.
Kansas City Chiefs.
A first down
First
throw
down.
for Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
Xavier
And they bring him
Worthy.
down inside the
A
25-yard
gain
line.
of 12 yards.
First and 10.
That's another Kansas City
Play fake.
Chiefs.
Now it's
First
Mahomes.
down.
And it is caught. And he'll take it on in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, KC.
Chiefs.
That his second TD catch of the season.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Harrison
Now Butker
Butker
to
on
add
for
the
the point
extra point.
after.
He knocks it
The
through.
kick is good.
And the Chiefs mistake themselves
Makes
to
the
a
score.
21-0
Chiefs 21.
lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Tracy now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football.
Fumble on the play.
But this is taken in
Recovered by the
a
receiving
teammate.
team.
The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with first and 10. We'll go play action. It's Winston. It'll be taken
Winston's
down
pass
rather swiftly
complete
after
to
a gain of
number 3,
just 3.
Odell Beckham.
From the 22
A gain
now,
of 4.
here's second,
It's now second
and 6.
and 6 at the 22-yard line.
And this is Cam Scalaboo.
Cam Scalaboo.
And he is stopped in his tracks.
Brought down by
Loss
Nick
of a
Bolton.
couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
Well, it's been the
Brings up
case this
third
entire
down
first
and
half.
8.
It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and
Jameis
taken
Winston
down.
sacked.
They got him.
We're starting to see in these
loss of
passing
7.
situations, Mike,
It's
this
fourth
defensive
down.
line is starting to have their way
Jamie
against this
Gillen
group up
in
front
punt
because
formation
right now,
for the Giants.
their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield.
Tyreek
he's going to
Hill
be
on
brought
the
down
return.
after a short
The Chiefs
return.
take over first
And that's where his team will get
at the
possession of the
47-yard
football.
line.
Here's Walker. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. And the Chiefs have a first down. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with first and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Flush to his right. Working the right side. Taken in by Rice. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds.
It's a gain
there.
of 25 yards on the
First
play.
set of downs to work with.
That's
It is first
another
down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he's in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown.
It's his third
Chiefs.
touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there,
Harrison
ball's delivered
Butker on for the
accurately.
point after.
He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
His
The
kick
point by
is
Butker
good.
is good.
Makes the
And
score.
the Chiefs are able to extend the advantage
Giants,
to 28-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
So now
City.
it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down
The
right
Giants
around the
take over first
25-yard
and 10.
line.
At
Here's
their
the
own
Giants offense
25-yard
now. They
line.
get set to take over once more. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves under pressure.
Jameis
And
Winston
down he
was
goes. They got him.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is
It's
when you
now
look
second and
downfield,
19
there's guys open.
at the
There's plays to be
17-yard
made
line.
downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Second down throw for Jameis. And that one incomplete.
Winston's pass.
They just
intended
desperately
for
need to get
Malik
something
Neighbors.
positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away
It's now
from really
third
jump-starting
and 19.
everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical third downs, better on first and
Winston's
second.
pass.
Somewhere
Over the
it's got to
sideline
pop, and
and
somebody's got to make
incomplete.
a play.
Jamie Gillen
in
on now.
formation for the
As
Giants.
he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Here comes a return. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a punt return touchdown for the special teams unit.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
And now they are starting to pour it on here. All phases going. Add the punt return unit for yet another touchdown.
Some days, Mike, it's just your day, and that's what today is for this team. It just seems everything they're doing, everything they're calling is coming up right. The latest being that punt
Harrison
return
Butker
to
on for
extend
the
this
point
lead.
after.
Wow, what a play.
Butker's
The kick
extra
is
point
good.
is good.
Makes
And
the
the Chiefs
score
stretch out
Chiefs
this lead
35.
even more. It
Giants
is now
nothing.
35-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off
So now
for
it's
Kansas
Butker
City.
following the touchdown to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this
The
past
Giants
the
take
20
over
before he's
first
brought
and
down
10
shy of
at
the
their own
25-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Giants offense ready to take over once again. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the end.
Intended for
Yeah, and I think
Malik
so much of the
Neighbors.
initial conversation is how does the kickoff team
Makes
handle
it
it?
second and 10
kick
at
it
the
out the back of the end zone.
23-yard
I think
line.
there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17.
It appears one of the Giants, yes, they were able to fall on it.
A big
They
loss
keep
on the play.
possession.
Brings up 4th down.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately,
Gillen
they're at least
in
able
punt
to fall
formation
on it
for the
and
Giants.
prevent this from being a complete disaster.
A fair catch called
catch,
for
signaled
and taken
for
out
and
beyond
taken.
the 45-yard
The Chiefs take
line.
over 1st and 10.
On the sideline, the
at their own
unmistakable
48-yard
Andy
line.
Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside of the 45.
That's good for a Kansas City
to the line here.
Chiefs. 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chiefs.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of
They'll come up
22
here,
yards.
1st and 10.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
The play fake, here's
1st
Mahomes.
down.
That is hauled in at the 5.
And
He'll take this one in. Xavier Worthy.
Touchdown,
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in,
Harrison
but I don't think
Butker
there's
on for the
anything
point
to
after.
feel good about thus far.
The extra
The
point
kick
by
is
Butker
good.
is good.
Makes the
And
score.
the Chiefs keep widening that
42.
lead. It is
Giants,
42-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past
The Giants
25.
take over 1st
Decent
and
field
10
position to
at
start
their
this
own
drive.
26-yard line.
The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And not much there. He's back to the original line.
Taken down
No gain
right
on that.
at the line of scrimmage.
So his team
No
finds
gain on the
themselves
play.
now in a little bit of
Brings
a
up
tricky
2nd
situation
and
here,
10
Mike. If they don't find
at
a
the
way to start
26-yard
sustaining
line.
some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half.
The
You
wide
become
receiver,
very
the ball
one-dimensional. You become very
George
pass-heavy,
Karlaftis
and
on the stop.
that's certainly not how
A loss
any
of
team in
1
the NFL wants
brings
to
up
play.
3rd down
They come
and
to
11.
the line in the Scalaboo. And he's going to be out of bounds. Well
Complete
short
to
of what he
Cam
needed.
Scalaboo.
And the punt team
Jamie
will come
Gillen
on
in punt
for 4th
formation
down.
for the Giants. Jamie
comes
Gillen
the punter
in
now,
punt formation
as
for
he'll
the
come on to
Giants.
kick for the 5th time here tonight. A fair catch
signaled for
and they'll have it
taken.
just
The
outside
Chiefs
their own
take
20.
over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs
at their
offense
own
and Kenneth
22-yard
Walker ready
line.
to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
43! Yellow!
They go play action with Mahomes. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That's caught! And he will take this one in.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
78
Touchdown,
yards.
Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Harrison
Butker
Butker
now
on
for the point after. His kick is good. And the Chiefs continue to bring
Makes
the
the
hammer
score.
down.
Chiefs
It is
49.
now 49.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for
So now
Kansas
it's
City.
Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. We'll go ahead and just cede the
The
touchback here.
Giants
His
take
ball
over first
the
and
back
10
line.
at their
It'll
own
come out to the
35-yard
35.
line.
The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go
Jameis
down.
Winston
He got
set
it.
by Nick
So after the
Bolton.
loss on
A
first,
4-yard
here's
loss.
2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd and 14
Throwing,
at the
Jameis.
31-yard line.
That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. So they come
It's a
to the
gain of
line
20.
for 1st down
And
and
the
10.
Giants first down.
Winston to throw. That'll be taken in by Scatterboo. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard
19
line.
more yards. That's another Giants
On 1st and 10,
down.
here's Winston.
Winston's pass complete to Juju Smith-Schuster.
Now a timeout.
A gain
Giants.
of 9.
That is their
Brings up
second.
2nd and 1.
Stops with
At the
a little over
20-yard
a minute to
line.
go in this 2nd quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Ready. Blue.
To throw, here's Winston. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set
gain
of
of
downs.
6.
He picked up the 1st
That's
down.
another Giants first down.
Here's Jameis. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Winston's
And that one just too long to get
complete
going.
to number
They'll come up,
44,
stop him before
Cam
the lineman
Scalaboo.
to get out to lead the
Loss
way.
of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard
2nd
line.
down. Winston. That's to
Winston's
the end
pass
zone, but
intended
it
for
is
Malik
incomplete.
Neighbors.
A tough
Incomplete.
spot here. 3rd
Brings up 3rd
and
down
long.
and 11.
Ready.
To throw, Winston. It's made by Smith-Schuster. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, the
Graham
veteran
Gano
Graham
on for the
Gano for
field
the
goal.
Giants field goal
A
try.
21-yard attempt.
His kick
His kick is
perfect.
good.
And the Giants
Makes the
are
score.
on the board just before halftime.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home to take on the Cardinals in the NFC West. And it's the veteran Jacoby Brissett. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame, he also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. The Cardinals are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Denver Broncos. And it's a guy who finished with 23 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions last year, Justin Herbert. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is George Holani. He's going to take this one in, 7 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Seahawks move to 2-1. They get the victory here. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Is underway. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across
the
the 20,
Giants take
taken
over
down
first
just shy
and 10
of the 25.
at their own 24-yard
The
line.
Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line.
Chris Jones
It's a loss of a
stop.
couple.
Brought
Well,
down
they try to
back
get
at
the run game
21-yard
started
line.
here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And he'll be taken down up. Past the
It's a gain of
40-yard
20.
line.
And
The rookie from
Giants
Ole Miss
first
put that one
down.
on target for
First
the
and
first
10
down.
at the 41-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It
Intended
was
for
bouncing
Odell
around,
Beckham.
but it
Incomplete.
falls incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Dart. Oh, in trouble. And down he
Taken down
goes.
and sacked.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not
A
going to
loss
win a
of
lot of
9
NFL
on the
games
play.
when you
Brings
continue
up
to give up
3rd
sacks
down.
at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line. And
Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to
Winston
cover it
was
up.
sacked
It will not be a
by Chris
turnover, but
Jones.
will go down
A big loss
as a
on the
sack.
play. Brings up 4th
Well, the
down.
pressure was on there, and they do get him for the sack. Almost got a turnover out of it as well, Greg.
Jamie
Fortunate
Gillen
to keep
in punt
possession.
formation
really
for the
fortunate,
Giants.
Mike. That ball ended up kind of bouncing back into a spot where the quarterback was able to fall on it. But you mentioned it. That play was very close to being a complete disaster for the offense.
And it'll be
Tyreek
brought
Hill
down.
on the
Short
return.
return.
The Chiefs take
And
over
they'll
1st
take
and
over
10
there.
at their own
On the sideline, the
44-yard line.
unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll look
It's
to
a
pick
gain
up
of
the pace.
11. And a Kansas City Chiefs.
Keep it on the ground. Keep it with Walker. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground.
Walker,
inside
the ball
the
carrier.
40, a gain of 8.
Javon Holland on the tackle.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first
A
down.
gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Run up the middle. It's Walker. Nice job finding the
gain of
seam.
3 on the
Gain of
play.
about 9.
And a first
Just a yard
down,
short of that
Chiefs.
first down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's down at the 3.
That's
21.
another Kansas City
We'll try to go up
Chiefs.
tempo here as they
First
hustle
down.
to the line.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Walker. And he's going to be stopped
Walker,
just
the ball
short of the
carrier.
goal line. Couldn't
Stopped
reach
short of
that
the goal
ball
line.
across.
A pickup
Setting
of
up
2.
second
Brings
and
up
goal.
second and goal.
They'll run with Walker. And he barrels
Ken
his
Walker,
way
the ball
into the
carrier.
end zone.
Touchdown, Kansas
Dennis
City.
Walker. Touchdown, KC. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because
Harrison
whatever
Butker
adjustments
on
he
for the
thought
point
they
after.
made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up
The
here to
kick
start
is
the
good.
third quarter, and at this point,
Makes
the
the
offense has
score.
hit its stride,
Chiefs
and
56.
they continue to pull away.
Giants 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
So
City.
now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Tracy now to return it. Get across the 20, mark him at
Tyrone
the
Tracy
22-yard
on
line.
the return. The
Here's the
Giants take over
offense. Now
first
they
and
get
10
set to take over
at
once
their own
more.
22-yard line.
Try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10.
Ready.
The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And he'll be stripped
George
up at
Karlaftis
the line
on
of
the
scrimmage.
stop. No gain on the
Try
play.
again. It's
Second
second and 10.
at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. And the rush gets
Jameis Winston
He'll go
sacked
down. They
by
got him.
George Karlaftis.
George
A loss
Karlaftis,
of
the
6
former
yards.
Boilermaker,
Brings up third
in
and
there for the
16.
sack. Third and long. The motion there, tight end Johnson. That one too far
Winston's
out
pass
in front.
intended
It
for
is
Theo
incomplete.
Johnson. Incomplete.
The Giants sending out their punter.
Jamie Gillen in
As this
punt
drive
formation
quickly
for the
stalled out.
Giants.
So he's on to punt it away. And he'll get forward a few
Tyreek
yards
Hill on the return.
And
The
that's
Chiefs
where the
take over
offense
first and
will take
10
over.
at their own
Patrick Mahomes
44-yard
going to lead
line.
the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now he'll try to keep it going. Taking off, and he's able to take this for
Number 15,
good yardage
Patrick
before
Mahomes on the
sliding
keeper.
and hitting the deck to end
10
the play.
yards on the pickup.
Take a look
It's
at his
second
eyes. You
and
can see the
inches
quarterback
at the
clearly going through all of his
47-yard line.
progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
First and 10
And the
now
Kansas
from the
City
36.
Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
Mahomes pass.
They'll get about 4
complete
here
to
as he
Kenneth
is
Walker.
taken down.
4 yards on
From
the
the
pickup.
32-yard line now,
Second and
here's
6.
second down
At the
and 6.
32-yard line.
To the right side, hauled in by Kelsey. And that's going to be a first down. A
Gain
pickup
of 10
of 9.
yards. That's good
Another great
for a
throw, and
Kansas City
that's been the
Chiefs.
story as you check out these
First
numbers. I
down.
mean, he has done everything
First
this
and
team has
10 at
asked
the
of him.
22-yard
and more.
line.
Right back to Kelsey again. And he's in. Travis Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. That his second touchdown tonight. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
Harrison
now to
Butker
add
on
the
for the
PAT.
point after.
He's got it.
The kick
And the
is
Chiefs
good.
will add one more onto
Makes the
their
score.
big lead.
Chiefs 63, Giants 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Tracy now to return it. Whoa! And he's brought down
The
right
Giants take
at the
over first
25-yard
and 10
line.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Let him go.
They'll motion their
25.
tight end Johnson.
Stop.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And he's going to be taken down
the ball
as
carrier.
time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready. Stop.
Winston. I had a defender
Winston's
draped
pass
all over him.
intended
Incomplete.
for Theo
Good
Johnson.
work to body him up
Incomplete.
and set up
Brings
a
up
third down.
and 8 yards to go.
Ready. Let him go.
Now Winston. The pressure gets
James
there.
Winston
Down he goes
sacked.
back inside the 20-yard line.
An 8-yard
Sometimes
loss.
in the
Brings
NFL,
up
you have to
fourth
be
down.
careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single
Jamie
game.
Gillen in
And
punt
I don't think there's
formation
been
for
any
the
signs
Giants.
of this pass rush slowing down.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here.
The
Able to
Chiefs
take it
take
across
over
the
first
50.
and 10
Set up the
at the
offense with a
48-yard
short
line.
field. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And they are really playing well here to start September, aren't they? On their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. Here's a run going left. The defense
ball carried
bringing
by
them out.
number 2.
No gain. Back to the original
Brought
line of
down
scrimmage.
right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here.
No gain on the
Second
play.
and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Giants' 48-yard line.
Play action now for Fields. He'll find his receiver. That's Jalen Royal. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35.
13 yards on the play.
Call it
And
a
Kansas
gain
City
of 13.
Chiefs.
First down, KC.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
That's thrown right
Fields
side,
pass
but
intended for Kadarius Toney.
Let's go out right here.
Incomplete. Cordell Flott on the coverage.
Now a toss play, running left. And they'll stretch it out to the sideline, but it'll be taken
He
down
was brought
for
down
a
by
loss.
Deontay Banks. Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got room at the 30. And he'll move this ball way down
It's
into
a
the
gain
red
of
zone,
21
inside
yards.
the 20-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First
A
down.
first down throw for Fields. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end. Noah Gray. That's going to be first down. Coming up,
That's
tackle
another
made
Kansas City
at the 5-yard
Chiefs.
line.
First down.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be
Fields
down close to the goal line. Good
Complete to
job
number
defensively
13.
to make sure he did
A
not
4-yard
get to the
gain
end zone.
brings up second and goal.
Here we go.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this
Kenneth
one in.
Walker, the ball carrier.
This defense backed
Abdul
up,
Carter
but
on
they
the
bring
stop.
the fire there.
The
Stop
play
him
lost
before
a yard.
he can get
It's
past the
now
3-yard
third
line.
and goal.
Here we go. Sit high.
They'll run. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Here's
Harrison
Butker
Butker
now
on
for the extra point.
after.
He's got
His
it.
kick
And
is
the
good.
Chiefs add on to their already
Makes the
sizable
score,
lead.
Chiefs 70, Giants 3. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas
So now
City.
it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Tracy now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the
Tyrone Tracy
22-yard
on the
line. That's
return.
where the offense will
The
take the
Giants
feed.
take over first and 10.
The Giants
At their
offense getting
own
those helmets back
22-yard
on,
line.
ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Exiting the pocket right.
Well, let's give credit
Jameis
here to the
Winston
coverage unit. Mike.
scrambles
There was
from the
nowhere to
pocket.
go with the ball for that
He
quarterback.
was brought
He had
down
no
at the
choice but to
26.
just tuck it down
A gain
himself.
of 4.
And he's able
It's
only to
now
pick up
second
a short
and
gain.
6.
Second down throw for Jameis. Now a short one
Winston's
caught by
pass
the tight end
complete
Johnson.
to Theo
And it'll be a
Johnson.
short pickup. That's not enough.
That's a gain
the
of
first
5.
down.
Brings up third
Third
and
and a
1.
yard. Winston will work out of the pistol. The pass
Jameis
rush gets
Winston
home, and he
sacked
goes
by
down.
George Karlaftis. A loss of 7. It's fourth down. J.D.
Giants
Gillen
sending
in
out their
punt
punter.
formation for the Giants.
That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. They go play action with Fields. And nice work
Justin
there. Going to a
Fields
slide.
on the scramble.
Gain about 7.
It's a gain of 7.
Second
Brings
down,
up
they
second
need
and
3.
3 at their 48-yard line.
Off the play action, here's Fields. That one down the field, but
Fields
they
pass
cannot connect.
intended
And
for
it's
number 13.
incomplete. He'll come up
Incomplete.
to 3rd and
The
3.
coverage by Andrew Phillips.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And this ball incomplete
Fields
on
pass
3rd down.
intended for Kadarius
The
Toney.
offense not
Incomplete.
coming off the field. And
Brings
here's
up
4th down.
fourth down.
Fields to throw for it. And that is incomplete, but a penalty for...
Here we go. EQ.
From the shotgun, It's Fields. Open net is Kadarius Toney, the former Giant. And he's going to have the first down.
It's a gain of 11.
Will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now, faking the give, moving outside the pocket, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Throwing is Fields. This pass caught right side. It's out.
Fields pass.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if
It's
they
a
want
gain
to
of 2
use those
yards.
timeouts, but this
And
one
it's
is
third
about
down.
done. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for
Great work there,
Kadarius Toney.
making things difficult defensively. It'll
fourth
set up a
down.
fourth down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. What? Tonight.
Fields to throw. He's got a man. That's Toney. Looking for a pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them
It's
out
a
of
gain of
bounds
29.
at the 1-yard
And a
line.
Kansas City Chiefs.
From the 1-yard line. First down and goal. On the run to the right. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from New Jersey. Fall is in the air and not a moment too soon. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 3. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin at MetLife Stadium. The Giants at home to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And we talk so much about the Chiefs' offense. How about the defense coming up big here? The ball's out. It's scooped up, and they're going to return it for the touchdown. A turnover in their own end of the field for a score for the D. The Chiefs are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the veteran Jacoby Brissett. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Cardinals are going to come away with the victory. They win it by 3 scores. One more to tell you about. We go to Jacksonville, the Jags taking on the Houston Texans. And it's Trevor Lawrence. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. The Jags find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win.
That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Like the son of Sam.
irrational. Give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad. Watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone. Teach you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad. Watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I meant that. Hey, black out if they act out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's up, though? I hate them that's hating on them, and they both. I hate them hating on them, and they both broke. If you ain't coming for no chili, what you come for? Feel like he entitled cause he knew me since a kid. Now cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. Got a big mouth, but he lack big ideas. Send him to the moon, that's just how I feel, yelling. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. Hey. Hey.
What's that on that beat?
Monster! Getting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. When they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag be getting thrown like it was past interference. Padlock around the building. Crash pulling up an unmarked truck just to play freeze tag. With a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show the ropes before they from a... I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we up the plyometric. Ran up out of Lux, Unessa up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling Monster! Oh man. Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
It's crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. 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 Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
that pain, pass it down like bottles on the wall. Mama said her dad's to blame, but that's his daddy's fault. Oh, there's no one left to call. You stay up counting down the days till you make your escape, but you're afraid you can outrun what's running through your veins. Oh, you're carrying the weight in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break the chain that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline.
Oh, I won't pretend that I know half the hell you've seen, but that don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. Oh, you're stronger than you think. Know it has to end, but you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are. Oh, I'll be waiting in the car in the dead of night on that broken road. I won't let you walk alone.
Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break these chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. That storm keeps on raging, but don't you forget, God's not done with you yet. When it feels like you're losing the war in your head, just know this isn't the end. Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline. Oh, we got each other, and if you got tomorrow, then you still got time to break these chains that left you scarred from where you came. Is it who you are? Oh, my brother, you don't have to follow in your bloodline.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Pick your meat click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. About that time. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here. As it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid.
Harrison Butker to kick off
3-0
for Kansas
versus
City.
0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10.
Here comes the Ravens on offense on the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3, usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Jackson looking to throw right away. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
Complete to
Calling no
number 7,
gain on the game's
Rashad
first
Bateman.
play. And it's second down
He steps
now.
out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
A throw out wide caught by Hopkins. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a
Lamar
gain of
Jackson,
14
such a
yards.
threat with those legs,
And
able to improvise and get the first.
down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get around a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 3 yards.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Tackle made right at
You talk
midfield.
about this Chiefs
A gain of
defense.
2.
In that win
Brings up
last week
2nd
over the
and
Giants, they were very good.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game is sky high. In fact, you'd absolutely be stunned to come away with a loss.
On second down, here's the option. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of
So
7.
they just need 1
Brings up
yard here
3rd
to pick up the
and 1.
first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Brings
A
up
3-yard
4th
loss.
down.
4th down now.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league.
Jordan
They'll come at you
Stout
from
in
all
punt
angles, and they did a
formation
nice
for the
job
Ravens.
there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. And this will
The
pin him
Chiefs
back
take
deep.
over
That's
1st
going to
and
kick out of
10
bounds right at about
their
the
own
7-yard
7-yard
line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of.
There he goes, left side to the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. What a move. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
At their own 22-yard line.
Last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed
He
up
was
in
taken
the
down
backfield.
behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the
A
loss,
loss of
2nd and
2.
12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Jackson. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins.
Jackson's
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A gain of
The
9.
heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Jackson now. And he's taken down. Chiefs sack.
A loss of 8
Chris
yards.
Jones
3
coming in.
and
Jordan
formation
Stout.
for the Ravens.
Now Hill to return it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 62-yard punt return. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
Good.
And that'll make the score 14 to zip.
Chiefs 14. Ravens nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
At their own 22-yard
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing is Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Henry out of the penalty. Takes it to about the
32,
37.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up.
Yo.
Now it's Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
It's finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Jackson options out
And
left.
the Ravens
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go
The
down
quarterback
immediately.
keeps it on the option.
Now they contend with a
Brought
second
down
and 12
behind the
after
line
the
of
loss.
scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Here's
Brings up
Jackson to
second
throw.
and 12.
Screen play setting up from Mitchell. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
A loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And it is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half.
Incomplete.
The coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Jackson's pass.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the keeper.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
Mahomes going to throw. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 more yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
By Kyle Van Noy. A loss of 11. It's 2nd and 21.
2 minutes to play, 1st
line.
half. It's 14-0. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Third down and 6.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to
Now
3rd
Mahomes.
down.
Pass taken in by this big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Kansas City Chiefs.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
By Kyle Van Noy.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that
it's
sack.
It's 2nd and 21. At the 22-yard line.
And Mahomes will do it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rasheed Rice, as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score.
The 10-play drive that time.
Ravens
and
nothing.
It winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going. Lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
Incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
A 47-yard
is
attempt.
good.
The kick
and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Chiefs 21.
Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Hey, 43. What's the bet? Yellow. What? Hey, 57. 15.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Butker now to add the extra point. And they open the lead now to 25 points.
Makes the score.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before buys kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. He'll take it 65 yards to the end zone. From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills. They're playing host to the New Orleans Saints. And here's a man who went for 1,000 yards last year, James Cook. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Bills are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's the number 3 pick from 2 drafts ago, Drake May. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And makes it across the 20s. His guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10.
The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill.
Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And they're going to speed things up here.
48-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
13 yards on the play.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10.
15. Yellow. Get wide. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 14.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sacked by Trenton Simpson.
A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. On 2nd and a long way to go. Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
To number 10,
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it.
And this is caught by Allen for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 35, Ravens
so that
3.
drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. He'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
yards.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
From the 42-yard line, here's his second and 7.
Brings up second and 7. At the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers.
Complete to Zay Flowers. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
See if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On third down, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Baltimore first down. A gain of 7. First down, Ravens.
They'll run it again with Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson now. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Henry up the middle. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
At the 18-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd
It's
and
definitely
8.
tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Jackson. They drops it incomplete. And the struggles continue here.
Incomplete.
And that's another thing that's painted the picture of this game overall. As it's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That is crushed. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Rashad Bateman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Ravens 10.
So that drive spans 13 plays.
Tyler Loop
and it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. A nice little juke. Room to run at the 50. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
Good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that
42.
big lead.
Ravens 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt
24-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 15 yards.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
A gain of 15. First down, Baltimore.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
A 56-yard gain on the play. That's another Baltimore first down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And again, touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry with his fourth rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The kick is good.
Point after, right
Makes
down the
score.
middle.
Chiefs,
And that will
42.
cut this lead down to 25.
Ravens, 17.
Now after the
Tyler
touchdown,
Luke
Luke
to kick off for
back out to
Baltimore.
kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Again, Elder Partner, I'm glad I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
The Chiefs will
Mahomes
set
will
up
throw
for the
for it.
2-point
And
conversion.
this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Chiefs 50.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times
17.
we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in
Harrison
baseball.
Butker to kick
Everyone's
off
got to
for
start to get
Kansas
comfortable
City.
with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with
The
you.
Ravens take
And this
over first
return
and
going to come
10.
to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent
It's
was
a gain
playing.
of 16 yards.
They do have some good news, though.
That's good
This one is
for
getting close to
Baltimore.
being over.
First
They can
down.
try and hit the reset button starting
A gain of
tomorrow.
16 yards.
Here's Jackson.
And the Ravens
They set up the
first down.
screen for Henry. They hold him to only 2
Jackson's
there on the
pass.
screen and
Complete
second
to
down.
Derrick Henry.
Good reactions there defensively.
A gain of
That
2.
screen was a little
Brings
slow
up
in
second
developing,
and 8
and they shut that one
at the
down early in
44-yard
game.
line.
Now it's Jackson. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Jackson's pass.
They follow the gain of 2
Derrick
with a
Henry.
gain of 1 that time.
It's a gain
Now
of a
3rd
yard.
down and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Jackson. And this pass broken up.
Jackson's pass.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Jordan Stout
The Ravens send their punter
formation
out
for
now,
the Ravens.
as he's on here to punt it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek
Partner in
Hill.
the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off
was there defensively.
But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And this is caught. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play.
65 yards.
65 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill.
They're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it.
Brought down just
the
shy
offense
of the
is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And he's not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Here's Allen.
13 yards on the
Chiefs
play.
offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. This one goes underneath to Walker.
Complete to
the gain of 3 on the play.
A 3-yard pickup.
And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for
they head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 7.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chiefs 59. Ravens
so a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Harrison Butker to kick off
now
for
after the
Kansas City.
touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on. Moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, it was just personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing it in the league.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over at that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To go.
To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in. Myers by tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Chiefs, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the
all I ever wanted was a black Grand National. Being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-Pad. Watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What?
1 month down, and what a month it was. I'm Scott Hansen. Here's your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start in KC, the Chiefs at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. And look out, it's the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Playing like street football. Everyone go deep, and this time it works. This will wind up as a 72-yard touchdown grab. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We'll look in on the Rams as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Daniel Jones, one of his 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Colts come away with an 8-point victory. Lastly, let's go out to Santa Clara, the 49ers hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And this is the Niners wideout, one of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The 49ers get their 3rd win as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. 1 month of the season is in the books, and it will only get better from here. Until next week, I'm Scott Hansen. Good night from EA Sports.
Throw your hands up. must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast who gave me five Q-tip, I leash I need. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just weed. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble dance, my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. I got you all in check. How dare you ever try to step on my suede shoes? Top Gun shut down your firm like Tom Cruise. Please let me get down and blow a fuse. Acting fool, break down to molecules. Yo, let me hit you with my ill street blues. Bust the rhymes, always headlines, the street news. Hey, baby girl, don't be confused. Sell my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby, you know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded fuels. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then yo, I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the footmost squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you ruckus to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, flip mode is the squid on. Busta Rhymes break it down like this.
Yo, which, throw my flow. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Throw them type right out my window. Blast you with a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star Wars moving ill like Han Solo. Make you bounce around like this was Calypso. Always shine cause I got the high pro